Hello everyone, Peaceful Nick the Medium. Welcome to my live. I'm happy you're joining me. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching this replay. Today's January 6th and I'm doing a live on TikTok. Hopefully I'll get plenty of people on here. Hi Kathy, hi Mrs. Smith, hi True Colors. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. I'm popping on unexpectedly. Lynn's Gale Writing Waves, Jen. Everybody follow Kathy Behrens. I just got on here. Hi Mrs. Smith, I'm doing well. I'm actually feeling a little worn down, actually. If you guys could click some likes, get some people on here. Oh, hi, Kay Fairy. Hello. Feeling more worn down. I've been on break for a while because, I'm a teacher, so school's been out. Aloha. And I'm just feeling more tired than I should. I'm getting plenty of rest. I haven't been anywhere to get infected with anything. I mean, except for the grocery store. I did go to the mall yesterday, so I don't know. Yeah, the problem is over the weekend is when I do my readings. I teach high school science, and I'm also a science communicator for a nonprofit organization, aside from my mediumship. Hi, Dee Medina. Hello. So if you guys want to ask some mediumship questions, hopefully I'll be able to make a connection and maybe get a short reading or two in, but no guarantees, obviously. Yeah, hopefully I will be 100% tomorrow. But I don't like to do readings if I don't feel good, because I don't want to do a bad reading. I did that once. I had a friend recommend someone to me, and they paid for their reading, and I was really sick. And I was like, I don't think I can do it. And they're like, oh, it's fine. And I didn't do a good job. When did I notice my mediumship? From OK Fairy. All my life, I had kind of some paranormal things happening around me. My mom was really psychic. She was not trained or anything. She didn't even, I don't think, know she was psychic, but she was into a lot of paranormal stuff. And, I'm just trying to read the comments. I'll get to these comments in a minute. Let me tell this story first. My mom was really psychic and into paranormal, read a lot of UFO books and, watched a lot of paranormal TV. In the 70s and 80s, it was kind of hit and miss. It wasn't like it is now. There was no internet. We watched In Search Of and things like that. So all my life I had claircognizance, but I didn't know I had claircognizance. I didn't know it was an ability. I just would kind of half jokingly, half seriously say I was psychic, which is kind of like claircognizance if you're talking about present moment stuff. I kind of knew things that were going to happen before they were going to happen. I kind of knew when people were going to say or do certain things. I had some precognitive dreams, but nothing that was ironclad mediumship. And then one day my sister called me, and I've told this story many times, so forgive me if you've heard this already. My sister called me, and I have permission to tell this story, so don't worry. For both of these stories I'm about to tell. My sister called me and said our friend's son died, and I had not seen him since he was a newborn, and he was 25 years old when he passed. And as soon as she said those words in my head, I knew heroin overdose. I knew nothing about him. As I said, I hadn't seen him or his mom for 25 years since he was a baby. Hadn't talked to her, nothing. And so in my head, I heard sort of a combination heroin overdose. And then there was nobody knew how he passed because it had just happened. So I laid down to take a nap. It's broad daylight. I didn't lay down for more than 30 seconds. And Brandon was the young man's name. Full color in my head video of him saying, tell my mom I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. And it was so strong and so striking. I was in shock because I could see his red sweater and his gold chain. I could see his haircut. I could see his face just like you're seeing my face right now. I mean, full color. And it shocked me to no end. So of course I couldn't go to sleep then. I got up, I texted my sister. I was like, oh my God, something crazy happened. And a couple days later, she had talked to the mom and told the mom what happened to me. And the mom was texting me and stuff and saying, has this ever happened to you before? I'm like, not really, not like this, da 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 da. And then the mom confirmed he did die of a drug overdose. And then later, after I got training, I gave her a reading. I may have given her 2 readings. One, or maybe we planned a second one, I can't remember. The second, and so I just kind of kept that in my mind and didn't really think too much of it. And then about 6 months to a year later, someone who's very close to me lost their grandmother, who I knew briefly, kind of social friends occasionally. Sweet lady, we had a lot in common. She was older, she had a brain injury and passed away, and it was unexpected. And the day she passed away, my son was at her bedside, and I kept seeing in my head, and I couldn't get it out of my head, this red heart with her name on it over and over and over. And it was making me crazy. So I texted my son. I'm like, oh my God. And I have permission to share this as well. Oh my God. Dottie keeps showing me this red heart and it's making me crazy. I cannot get it out of my head. I can't sleep. I can't think. I can't do anything. It's just red heart, red heart, red heart. 10 seconds later, he texts me a picture of a red heart with her name on it that he had picked up. Remember, he was at her bedside when she passed. That day, this all happened in the same day. This red heart, which was a keychain that he picked up right after she passed away. It was on her night table. And he had picked it up and looked at it. And that was, I almost fainted when he sent me that picture. And so then I thought, I need to find somebody to help me because I don't know what to do. I'm a scientist. I've been teaching and communicating science for decades. I had no idea where to start. I went on YouTube. I watched all kinds of different mediumship videos, and that's where I found my teacher. She's wonderful. She's amazing. I'm very eternally grateful for her. I've met wonderful other mediums. I have circles, development circles. We do live readings with medium Kathy Behrens, who's on here. So if she could type something in, follow her. She's amazing. She's an amazing spirit communicator. Also, Wendy D'Angelo, we do lives together. My teacher's Danielle, the happy medium from the UK. Eternally grateful to her. All right, so let me go back up. So that's how it happened. Okay, Fairy, no, I've never done a reading where the person was unhappy with the message they got. Spirits don't give bad messages. Not in my experience anyway. I have a gift card, so I can't use Venmo or PayPal. So I have coins. I don't know if that's a second part of a question. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, it is amazing. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Hey, can I gift you for a reading? Oh, well, I don't charge for readings on my lives. And I wouldn't even know how to tell you how to do that. I do private readings. You can book one on my website. It's all linked in my bio on my link tree. If you'd like a private reading, you can book one of those. And I am spirit led. So sometimes on here, a spirit will pop in and sometimes they don't. It just depends on the day. I can't really control it. It takes me a few minutes to start, answering questions, seeing the names, just feeling it. Yes, I've seen pets. Okay, Fairy. I've seen pets come through in a reading. Kathy actually does that more than I do. For me, I don't do specific pet readings, but I have had people as clients who I don't know anything about them. They don't tell me anything. I don't want to know anything. And I had this one lady where like 3 of her pets came through in a row, and I'm not specifically a pet reader, and they kept coming through, and come to find out, though, that's who she wanted to connect with anyway, were her pets. So, it just, you don't know who's going to come through until you're in the reading. Kathy does a great job on those, on pets. I mean, she does, all of her readings are amazing. You can watch, if you go on Facebook to Messages from Spirit, there are some replays of the lives that Kathy's done on there. It shows the readings she's done. Incredible work. Incredible work. I do better readings in private sessions than in public lives, just because, I don't know, I'm trying to manage too many things and I get too distracted. I do okay, but my private readings are more detailed and I'm more focused usually. Yeah, that's okay, Fairy. You had a dream that someone died and the next day you found out they passed. Yeah, that's a precognitive dream. That means you probably have mediumship abilities. And somebody asked earlier, Mrs. Smith, I'm working on my mediumship and would love any guided meditation suggestions. You can use Headspace. That's what my husband uses every day. I think you can get a 2-week free trial. I also am teaching a beginner's mediumship class that starts in a couple of weeks. You can sign up for that on my website. And I have some one-off classes that start at the end of February, beginning of March, like Find Your Spirit Guide, a couple of other things. You can find all that on my website. If you want to just take one class and not like a whole 6 months worth of classes, to try one out. I'm supposed to have my last free mediumship class tomorrow. If you want to join that, you can email me. It's depending on, when you do a free mediumship class, 15 people will sign up and 3 or 4 show up. So there is space available if you want to come and join that free class tomorrow. It's at 3:30 Pacific time, and it's by Zoom. So you can email me, Peaceful Nick the Medium. Nick is NIK @gmail.com. All my links are, in the place in the bio, the whole link tree. You can email me through my website if you don't want to write it down. Thank you, guys. It's crazy how we know stuff is happening, but it's still so shocking when it does. It is crazy. It is very crazy. It's literally helped me in so many ways in my life. Oh, thank you for the love and hearts. Kylie Rose, hello. Can you tell if people have mediumship abilities? Nearly everyone has some type of mediumship or psychic abilities. It's very, I could ask you a series of questions and no, but most people have it. I would say everybody has it. It's just people block it out because they think they're crazy, or people tell them it's witchcraft or demons or whatever. None of that's true. I would say everybody has the ability to connect, especially if you know things before they happen, if you have precognitive dreams, if you hear voices that's not your voice, if you see things in your head and then you find out later that that's true. There's lots of different things, but most people have it. I would say if you talk to 100 people and ask them about any paranormal experiences they've had with psychic abilities or mediumship, I'd say 70% will probably admit that something weird has happened to them. Oh, thank you, Kathy. You're so sweet. Everybody follow Medium Kathy Behrens. I want to go live with her on this app, and she's got to get to 1,000. And for some reason, and I don't know, this app has gone crazy. I actually was so mad last night because I can't grow. I am stunted. I'm at 34,000. Nothing's happening. It just, there's no movement. I think it's because I'm being positive on here. I don't know, like if I said negative stuff about politics or hateful things about other people or gossip, I could probably grow faster, but I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to. I don't know. I want to continue spreading positive things, and we need more of that in this world. And it's frustrating that this app doesn't like that. The algorithm doesn't like positivity, which I guess means people don't like it. Yeah, Mrs. Smith. If you have questions about the classes, you can email me. I'll answer any of your questions. But the 6-month one, which once a month for 6 months, is a beginner's mediumship class. And I have my last free ones tomorrow. Oh, so Lindsay. So with no disrespect, how can we distinguish the true mediums from the false mediums? No disrespect taken. That is an absolutely great question. Trust me. The last thing I ever thought I'd be in my life is a medium. Never was on my radar. I liked listening to paranormal things, watching paranormal things, reading about paranormal things, but I never thought I would have the ability to really do it, ever. I'm a science person. I'm a skeptic about things. I still question myself sometimes. So being skeptical is good to a degree. So how do you know? Okay, number one, does the medium ask you questions ahead of time? Does the medium solicit you for a reading? There's a lot of fake copycat accounts that will solicit you for, oh, I've seen your picture and I have a message for you. No legitimate person's ever going to do that, because Spirit's going to lead your clients to you. You don't need to reach out to clients. So they shouldn't ask you any questions. They shouldn't ever solicit you for a reading. You shouldn't have to fill out a form asking questions ahead of time. If you do book a reading and you think it's a legitimate person and they're like, okay, how did your dad die? No, the medium shouldn't ask that. If a medium is getting information from Spirit and it's discombobulated and you can't make sense of it, occasionally, rarely, you may ask your client for clarification on, I'm seeing this purple and yellow ribbon wrapped around a tree and I don't understand what that means. They may ask for clarification, but they should never directly ask you leading questions about specific details. They're the medium. They're supposed to get messages from Spirit and deliver to you. I would definitely, before booking any readings, if you're very worried about if the medium's legit, email them and ask them questions. Don't give them any information about who you want to connect with. If they answer you nicely, kindly, and promptly, that's good. You can also ask for references. I have no problem. I have plenty of clients that I could refer, that I could say, okay, you want to ask this person, blah, 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 blah. They can tell you how I did. Look at their website. Does it look professional? Is it kept up to date? Look on their social media. Are they active on their social media? Are people saying negative things to them or positive things to them? Watch videos of them. Like I have a YouTube channel where I have videos. I post all these lives regularly. I have a video posting tomorrow of a live reading I did. I have never posted one of those before. It's the first time that I'm doing like a full live reading posting tomorrow morning on my YouTube channel. Just look at use discernment, and ask other people for references and things like that. Okay, Jenny, thank you. Thank you, Jenny. So that is an excellent, absolutely perfect question. Yeah. And I've had clients where that has happened, where they are a victim of false mediums. I know there's a medium on this platform that she's like smoking and drinking and saying all kinds of negative things. Also, another thing, legitimate mediums who have actual real training won't tell you you have a spirit stuck to you. You won't tell you your loved one's stuck here on earth. Won't say, I need $500 to free you from this negative spirit. That's all BS. That's all a scam. No, spirits are never stuck. They can come and go as they please. They're never negative. None of that is true. I'm very sorry that happened to you. Rebecca. Oh, hi. I used to hear voices and I would plug my ears. I was scared. I was sick from my mind. Yeah, that happens a lot. A lot of times back in the day, people would be put in institutions for that, women especially. It seems like women, because we have like a caring, we're raised to be caring and loving and compassionate and be the caretakers. More often, historically, there were a lot of women who were mediums and psychics, and they would be institutionalized. But if you get some training, you know, you can figure it out. Brendas. Will I win any money soon? I don't do psychic predictions. D. Hi, D, honey. Your godmother's fine. She's okay and she's at peace. I'll see if she can come through. I'm not feeling anything in this very moment, but I will tell you, every soul crosses over to spirit. Every soul is at peace. Every soul is unconditional love. The spirit world is unconditional love. So if you've ever had a baby or first been in love, and the first time you have that feeling of love with your baby or your significant other, magnify that by 1 billion times, and that's the unconditional love of the spirit world. So just know she's at safe and she's love. And I'll see, it's weird. D, I don't know why, and please answer in caps if this makes sense. She's showing me like braided hair, like braids. I don't know if that's significant or if that's just junk coming through. Give me a yes or no to the braided hair or braids, okay? Because somebody's showing me braids. Yeah, TikTok stinks. It's driving me crazy. Good. John Williamson likes the positivity. Okay, D. I don't know what it is. I don't know what those braids are. Melissa, are your parents together? So even when people have a very close connection in this life, even if they get divorced or, stay together, if they have a connection deep enough for a marriage and to have a family, make a family together, most times they're going to be at the very least in their secondary soul group, most of the time the primary soul group. So yeah, they'll be together. Did they pass close together, Melissa? Or I feel like something happened and then something else happened. Yes, okay. I feel boom, boom. Okay. That's they're showing me. And I know this is gonna sound silly, but they are showing me looking older. And I know that sounds dumb because obviously older people pass, but it's almost like I can see your dad more clearly than your mom. Was he, more forthcoming personality. 3 months, okay. Okay. I can see his clothes, like I can see his, and I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but he has like this typical, almost old man who lived in Florida outfit on, like the belt, the like pants with the weird belt across the front. I can't tell what that is. I don't know. It's like he had kind of a belly right here. That's what he's showing me. May not be exact, but I see like that, the type of, I can't describe it in any way other than old man clothes. Like he was fine with aging, and these are the clothes, and he didn't care. Do you understand that, Melissa? Just hold the hold other comments. Let me see if Melissa answers. Yes, okay. Because he's coming much stronger than she is. He seems nice and not like this is interesting. He seems nice, but then someone else is saying something mean about him. Is there someone in your family that dislikes him or disliked him? Thank you, Kathy. This could be interference from someone else trying to come through, because your dad was he's very nice and kind and gentle. But somebody else is saying something very rude about him. Okay. I can't figure out where it just... Was your mom Henri? Hey, oblivious one. Okay, that must be her, because I feel like she's talking about a time when she would like be she's saying that, you know, I'm trying to say this gently. I'm not trying to be mean or rude or anything. She's trying to show me she had a different perspective of your dad than you did, because you were his little girl. And I think the rude thing was just her saying, look, I had a different perspective because we were married. And so she's kind of saying, it was just different for you than it was for me. She's making me feel very much like he put on the happy face and she bore the burden, the emotional burden of the family. And I don't know if you would be aware of that or how open you would have been in your relationship with her. But I feel like she carried a much heavier emotional burden. Okay, thank you. Absolutely. Okay, thank you. And she was resentful of that in life. Obviously now that doesn't exist, but she's just giving me evidence so you can validate. Yeah, she was very much, she didn't seem as happy, and she doesn't seem as in life as happy and chipper as he was. And she's saying, I took things way more seriously than I should have, and I should have enjoyed life more. Do you understand that? And she said he had it right all along by kind of not taking things as seriously as she did. Okay, good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. And they just keep saying it. It's kind of coming through combined, but they couldn't live without each other. And that's why they passed so quickly. And you knew, like your family knew, okay, it's not going to be long before they're together again. Okay. You're so right. Thank you. Lay back. Okay. It's making my heart just race out of my chest. There's a lot of energy around this. So now your mom is like, there's so much I want to show you, so much I should have shown you, so much more I wanted to show you. And now I wish you could see me now. She's saying she wishes you could see how happy and free she is. She feels freed. She feels very freed. Thank God. Okay. Because I feel like she was, because like he was much more forward and I could see him, and she was kind of in the back, and she was a much heavier energy. And I feel like she suffered a lot. Do you understand that? Okay. Okay. Daddy was her rock. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. It's like she took her it's like a yin and a yang almost. He was the one part and she was the other part, and they complemented each other. And I don't feel like people maybe when they were younger understood how could they ever work out, but they did. They made it work. I don't know if you would know that. Okay, yes, okay. I could have this reversed just because of all the energy. But I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like, did he pass before her? Okay. I felt that. Thank you. Yes, for validating that. I felt that very, very strongly. And I'm a professional medium, and I still second guess myself. For all of you developing mediums, we all still second guess ourselves sometimes. I'm afraid to be wrong because I don't want to disappoint anybody or hurt them. She just, yeah. She's telling me a lot of stuff, and I gotta try to make some sense out of it. Did she ever mention, or did anybody ever talk about he was calling her to go with him from, like, after he passed, she felt like he wanted her to go with him? Oh, thank you. Okay. Because I feel like that was talked about, like she was called to go. I would love to see a picture of them, because in my head I see them and I want to like see a picture. So if you have a picture and you don't mind, email me one, because I can see his outfit and it is just, it's so clear to me. But yeah, she was not, she did not want to be here alone, but she is just, she's like bubbly now. She's like so happy and so light and so free. And she's just like, it's like she wishes she could call you. She wishes she could call you and tell you everything she can see in spirit. Okay. Let me get a message for you. Her message is, it's all right. That's what she said. It's all right. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. And she just wants to keep reiterating how free she feels, how free, how light, how relieved, and her message is, don't take things too seriously. Do you have a tendency to take things a little more seriously? Okay. She doesn't want you to take things too seriously. She said your dad was right about being lighter hearted and not so serious about everything. Even though it drove her crazy in life, she doesn't want you to make the same mistake, because she's like, it was a real burden to do that in life. And she's like, I know better now. And he keeps saying daddy's girl, daddy's girl, daddy's girl, which seems like kind of typical, and but he does keep saying that. So I don't know if you felt like daddy's girl. Okay, so right, okay. But he keeps saying that. And he said he stepped back so your mom could talk to you, because you needed to hear that message. And they want to just surround you with love. And they just want you to know how free and happy they are. And they'll come back together again, maybe in a different type of relationship, but they'll be back over and over in other iterations of life. And they've been in lives together before. And maybe not the same exact relationship, but they're definitely right there together. And I want to send you all their love. And know that they're safe and at peace. And thank you for letting me read for them. Whew. Thank you so much. Whew. Give me a second, y'all. I know people want readings. I actually have a call with my nonprofit not that long from now. So I have 20 minutes on the live. Thank you, Blue Eye Baby. Yeah, sometimes they come through quick. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes junk comes through. I swear those braids that I was saying earlier meant something, because I saw them really clearly. So I don't know what that was. Oh, you have the same cup. Yeah, I can't find my lid. Oh yeah, Target's the best. I just came from Target, actually. I went in for 2 items, coffee filters and something else. And of course, spent $100, as we do every time. I try to avoid Target because I always spend too much money. Yes, Debbie, my readings are spirit-led, if you mean, I think there's different definitions of that. For me, when I'm on my lives, it just jumps out at me. I can't plan it. I don't plan it, whatever. Sometimes I'll read a message and boom, they just start talking to me. Sometimes I read a message and nothing happens. So if that's what you mean by spirit-led, yes. I don't want to give a reading. Somebody's been on here asking me about their husband, I think. And if I don't feel the connection, I don't want to give, oh, your husband loves you, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to give that kind of reading. I want to give an actual reading. when spirit starts communicating. And sometimes I come on these lives and I don't give any readings at all because nothing pops out. And sometimes I'll have 150 to 200 people on here watching, and sometimes I've got 9. And I never know. You never know on this app. What happens in Bora Bora? Where'd that go? D. I don't really know anything about that. Blue-eyed baby, do you have any messages from loved ones? Nothing I can feel at this moment. The real Kate equals 8. Will my life get any better? I don't do psychic predictions on here. I would say do the work and clean up your karma. That's not a psychic prediction. That's just life advice from someone who's lived a long time and had a lot of challenges. Okay, Canadian Leanne. Nice. I'm sorry, Willa May. Thank you for the follows. Oh, you're welcome, Melissa. You're very welcome. Oh, okay, Dee. This is your godmother? Yeah, I don't know why she showed me those braids. Did she get her hair braided? Oh, the braids when she... Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay. And it was the best time she ever had. Okay. She's just showing me the picture from the movie 10. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It was definitely cultural appropriation. It was in the 70s. It was, I can't remember the actress's name. She was super famous, white lady, and she had braids, and she was running down the beach. And I'm not sure how much at the time there was backlash, but when people looked back at it, they're like, ooh, maybe the white lady shouldn't have done that. But that's the scene she's showing me, the braids on the beach. Okay, so I have a godmother I haven't seen since I was a newborn baby at my christening, okay? But I feel very differently about your godmother. I feel like she was like another mother. Do you understand, Dee, that she would have been another mother? Let me see if these load. Oh, Bo Derek, thanks. I couldn't think of her name. Let's see if Dee answered. Okay, she got her hair done. Oh my God, yes. Okay, another mother. Okay, so I'm with Dee right now and her godmother. My chest feels heavy, Dee. Did something happen to in here? I think I know what it is, what I'm feeling, but I just want to make sure before I say it. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, okay. I'm hearing lung, and I'm also hearing cancer, but, you know, definitely lung. But my chest feels really heavy. I feel like I can't breathe. And the comments aren't loading, but you guys can look, see all my spirit art. This is what I look at when I do my readings. Oh, that's why I can't breathe. Okay. Wow. Just, I'm not even sure how that could happen. I feel pain going down my arms right now. It's like she's trying to show me a scene. Was she, I don't know, I feel like she was pulled, I don't know. It's not an easy scene. Were her arms being pulled? I feel like she was trying to do this, and my arms hurt right here. Do you know why? Okay. I don't know if you know more details or if they're like her arms. You know, those like lanyard things, is that what you're talking about? Those things are dangerous. Like, if anybody has one, make sure it's one that will come apart, because I used to wear mine around my neck and I got it caught on some stuff. Yeah, because my arms hurt. And she's asphyxiation. She's saying asphyxiation, asphyxiation. And that's probably why I couldn't feel like I couldn't breathe. I feel very heavy in the chest. And she was trying to get she was fighting. Did you understand? She was fighting to get loose. Thank you for the likes and follows. Okay. She's just saying, I couldn't get help. I couldn't get help. She keeps saying that. I couldn't get help. I couldn't get help. I couldn't get help. Like there wasn't like an adult nearby that could get her loose. What is she coming out of the closet or no? What? I don't understand that question. Yes, Sheila K. Restate that, D. I'm not sure what you mean. You're welcome, Shanice. Or Happy New Year to you. I'm all confused now. Okay. I didn't understand the closet thing. Was she coming out of the closet to lock the door? Oh. Or to unlock the door to go in. I would need to really focus a little more on that to get that answer. I don't know why she was in the closet. Like, I don't understand. maybe we should talk about this offline, D, if you want to email me. That's the little, I would need some, I would just need a little more time to concentrate. Okay, yeah, email me. Okay, thank you. Just know she's safe and at peace, and the heaviness in my chest is gone, so she's pulled that back, which is good. And that's the thing with mediumship readings. If you have the clair where you can feel things in your body, which I have, it can really like be startling all of a sudden if you feel like you can't breathe, or you're feeling like you're having a heart attack. But I definitely felt like I couldn't breathe. And then once they get the message to their person here, D, they'll pull that pain back. But I definitely felt the arms, like she was really trying to get out of it. Just know she's safe, she's at peace. She definitely she's talking about the kids. She left the kids behind, so I'm not sure if these were her own kids or did she even have grandchildren. I almost feel like there's little kids around. Did she have, were there little kids in her life? Like, I feel like there was kids, like a big family. It might be extended. I don't know. She feels bad for leaving the kids. Okay, all ages. Okay. I feel like there's a big, just, can you, if they're able to understand and willing to accept the message, just apologize to them and let them know she was not, she didn't mean to leave. She didn't mean to do it, and that they're loved, and she is apologizing for leaving them the way she did. That's going to be her message right now. And then we can talk offline about the other stuff. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Dee. About to change locations for work. Is it a good move? I don't do psychic work, but I'll say just in my experience as a person and my connection with the universe, if the road opened up for you easily and everything just seemed to fall into place, then yes, it's a good move. If you had to scratch and change 50,000 different things and like really work 10 times harder than you think you should have had to, it's probably not the best idea. That's my experience. My experience in life is the universe just unfolds opportunities for me when I'm supposed to do them. When I'm not supposed to do them, it's like fighting and clawing. So if it felt like fighting and clawing, it's probably not the best move. That's not a psychic prediction. That's just a life experience. Hummer 019. Everybody has spirits in their house. Spirits are everywhere. I used to live in Savannah, Georgia. And it's one of the cities that claims to be the most haunted city in America. Well, people have died literally everywhere. Like everywhere there are people, someone has died there. I live in a huge metropolitan area. There's definitely people who've died all around me at some point in time. So yeah, there's spirits everywhere, and spirits can come and go as they please. If the spirits are bothering you, if they're scaring you, say, can you please go away? You're scaring me. Oftentimes they're just trying to get a hold of somebody and give a message. They don't want to harm anyone. Demons are not real. Those are made up, and they're manifestations of someone's negative subconscious mind. and they're used by religions to control people. So don't worry about, spirits aren't negative. They're not there to harm you. There's no documented case that's legit in modern times of anyone being harmed by a spirit. Like, there's absolutely no scientific evidence of that I've ever seen that I could validate or have the scientific method back up. I'm just looking through because I have a meeting in a few minutes with my nonprofit space exploration company. So I'm just trying to answer some quick questions real quick before I have to go to that meeting. Yes, these are spirit-led. Barbie wants to know, are me and my husband going to work our marriage out? This is not a psychic answer. This is just a human answer because I've been married for almost 27 years. You both have to be willing to do the work. You both have to deal with your past trauma. I would suggest individual therapy or individual coaching, and therapy together or coaching together. You have to both be willing to do it and actually do the work, not just go to the meetings and be like, ugh. You have to do the deep work. Luhexa, going through the hardest time, any advice? Stand up, stand tall every day in the mirror, say you love yourself. Thank yourself for the load and burden you've carried your whole life, and make a gratitude list, a mental gratitude list, and say it every morning. I'm thankful for my breath. I'm thankful I woke up. I'm thankful I slept in a bed. I'm thankful there's a roof over my head. I'm thankful I got to eat something today. I'm thankful I have access to clean drinking water. Things like that. Make a gratitude list. Tell yourself you love yourself. Look in the mirror and stand tall and be confident. That's what I would say. To everyone asking for messages from mom, I can tell you this. I'm a mother. I have 2 grown sons. I can tell you that love transcends all time and space, and the energy of a mother is definitely eternal. And your mother's, I had a very dysfunctional mother. She died when I was 15. But ever since she died, I've had a better relationship with her. Even before I was a medium, I never felt like she was far away from me. I always felt like she was with me. She has guided and helped me through every step of my life. I'm 52 years old now. She's been gone that long. And I feel like she has helped me go through everything I've ever gone through and helped me. And I would say all moms, maybe they were jerks in this world, but in that world, that is not true. Anytime someone is mean in this world or dysfunctional in this world, there's a reason for that. When they pass, all of that goes away and it's just pure unconditional love. The boss queen is my dad trying to tell me something. When I read that, I heard something, and I'm going to say it. I don't know if you're still here, but what I heard immediately from your dad, I assume, get your SHIT together. So I don't know if he was one that would talk that bluntly, but he's basically trying to tell you to get it together. Whatever it is that you need to get together, straighten out, get organized. Let me know, boss lady, boss queen. Oh, thank you, crazy apes. Yeah, it's the filter on TikTok. And I moisturize. I'm Italian, so I have real oily skin, and that helps. But thank you. Yeah, my sons are 25 and 23. So I'm still able-bodied enough to enjoy my empty nest time. Let's see if she answered. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Boss Queen. Okay, yes. I'm in tears right now. Yeah, as soon as I read that, boom, he came right through and said that. So I imagine he was very direct and strong and stern. And he said, you're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you think. Stop. God, it's almost like he was some kind of coach. He's like, stop. He's almost funny. Like, stop being a baby. And you are capable of doing these things. Do it. Like, he's like saying it real strong. Let's see what she says. So while I wait to hear, oh, I have been hearing things in my house and I thought it was him. Yeah, he's probably trying to get your attention. So before I answer the last couple of questions here, I teach classes, I give private readings, I have some one-off classes, I have merch, I have all this stuff, everything's in my bio. My TikTok readings are always free for now. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the future, but I don't plan on charging for them. I do have a full-time job, so, you know, I do this for out of passion. But I do have lots of services I offer. Night Shift wants to know. He was a football coach. Sorry, Night Shift. I'll go back to you. Boss Queen. My husband's a coach. He's been a coach for decades. And I definitely felt that energy of, because that's how my husband will be. You're stronger than that. You're stronger than you know. You're able to do it. Get off your ass and do it. Da 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 da. Pick yourself up. You're not a PUSSY. Don't be that way. I definitely felt that. Girl, you just blew my mind. That's awesome, because he was coming through like that. Boom, boom, boom. And this is a really good point for anybody who's a developing medium. This is called using your database. So I have a strong database, obviously, because my husband's a coach, with coaching, with being married for a long time, with alcohol and addiction. Everyone in my family just about is an addict, an alcoholic, some in recovery, some not. So I get a lot of overdoses, a lot of coaches, a lot of things like that in my readings, because Spirit knows I can identify that. So if you are somebody who is a botanist, you may become a medium. You may get a lot of people who were florists or something, because you would recognize those types of flowers. I get flowers in readings, but I don't know any of the names of them. So I'll just say, whatever flower. But so they use my database. Wow. That was amazing. You blew my mind. That was awesome. That was awesome. Are you my sister? I don't know. My dad got around. Night Shift wants to know if his wife, Monica, ever physically cheated on me with another man while we were married. I don't do those kinds of things. That's not part of what I do in my readings. It can bring hell to people, and I would not do that. I don't do things like cheating or future jobs or babies or marriage. I don't make any of those predictions, and I don't read that. It's just part of me. Alyssa, my first instinct was a combination, because addiction can cause underlying things. I've got to wrap up. My alarm's going to go off any second now. Brown eyes, because that happens a lot. It's the trauma. And all you can do is step back and stay strong. Stay strong. Oh, that's funny, Linda. Yeah, we could probably tell stories all day long about that. Yeah, my family, very dysfunctional. No, Crystal, I'm not feeling that. The spirits are pulling back because they know I have a meeting here in a few minutes that I have to get on a Zoom call for. So yeah, I'm just trying to answer some random questions. I wanted to give up on hair school. So yeah, yep, that's what he's saying. That is what he's saying. Don't give up. How far in are you, Boss Queen? Yeah, I definitely felt like he was coaching you up. Do it. Get it done. Wow, that is so funny. I can't wait. My husband's actually at a game right now. We're still on our break. We both work at the same school. Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, I'll be live next week. 6 months. I have 4 left to go. Finish. Yeah, finish. Lucy Irving, how is it possible spirit can be wrong? It's not that spirit's wrong. Could be the medium is not understanding what the spirit's showing them. And also there's something called psychic amnesia where the person, I mean, it's just a term, it's a label. The client, say you're my client, Lucy, say I'm your medium and I'm getting a message from spirit. I may be misinterpreting what they're showing me, or you may not be understanding, or you may not be aware of what they're telling me, or you may not remember it until later. So it's not that spirit's wrong. It can be a misinterpretation by the medium. It can be the client cannot understand it. And they may be connecting to a spirit that's a different spirit than you think it is. So there's a combination of things. The best thing is make sure you have a trained medium and someone you resonate with. If you're going to get a reading from somebody, I'm not for everybody, whatever, that's fine. Some mediums you connect with right away. You have that feeling, you feel drawn to them, so you book a reading with them. Sometimes that's not the right person for you. So it's not the spirit. Spirit's never wrong. There's something called spiritual intelligence. That's all the intelligence of everything in the whole universe. It's not wrong. It's just could be the interpretation or the person getting the message. No, I have other obligations later with my nonprofit. Like in a minute and a half, my alarm's going to ring to get on that meeting. All right, Boss Queen. Thank you, Kathy. Everybody follow Kathy Behrens and Wendy D'Angelo. I want to get them to 1,000 so we can do readings live together on TikTok. Right now we do Facebook live readings together. The next one's February 20th. But on here, I'll be coming in whenever I have the hankering to do so. Tomorrow I have readings and classes all day, so I won't be going live tomorrow. And Sundays I have family time. Thank you, everyone. My alarm's about to ring in any second now. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, following me, sharing, liking. I got 12,000 likes. Yay. I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe out there, wherever you are, and have a great day. Okay, bye. Thank you, everybody.